I still remember the exact moment my world cracked open. It was a rainy Tuesday afternoon, and I was holding my sister Emily's shattered phone in my trembling hands. Emily is 2 years older than me. Growing up, she was my hero, my protector, the one person I trusted more than anyone. Even after our parents passed, we promised each other we'd always have each other's backs. She was the successful one, beautiful, married to Mark, living in that perfect house with the white picket fence. I was the little sister who was still figuring life out, living in a tiny apartment, scraping by. But none of that mattered, because we were family. That morning, she'd come rushing into my place in tears. "Sarah, please. My phone slipped and the screen is completely dead. I have so many important photos, messages, everything. Can you take it to that repair shop downtown? I have a work meeting I can't miss." Of course I said yes. I always said yes to Emily. I grabbed my umbrella and drove through the storm. The repair shop smelled like burnt metal and coffee. The guy behind the counter was maybe 30, kind eyes, wearing a faded hoodie. I handed him the phone. He plugged it in, tapped a few things, and suddenly his face changed. The color drained from it. He looked up at me, then back at the screen, then at me again. He leaned forward and whispered, so quietly I almost didn't hear him over the rain outside. "Ma'am, whose phone is this?" "My sister's," I answered, confused. "Why?" He swallowed hard. "You need to cancel every credit card you share. Change the locks on your apartment, and whatever you do, don't let her know you brought this phone here." My heart stopped. What are you talking about?" He turned the phone toward me just enough for me to see the screen. Bank alerts. Hundreds of them. Transfers, withdrawals, my name on every single one. Then he scrolled. Messages, photos, plans. Everything Emily had been hiding for almost a year. In that second, the sister I loved more than life became a stranger. I drove home in a blur, rain pounding the windshield like it was trying to wake me up from a nightmare. The tech had downloaded everything onto a drive from me. Said he'd seen this before. Sisters, mothers, best friends stealing identities. He told me to go straight to the police, but I couldn't. Not yet. I needed to see how deep this went. That night, I sat on my bedroom floor surrounded by papers. My credit cards maxed out, loans taken out in my name, my savings account gone. Over $87,000 vanished. Every dollar I'd saved for the little house I dreamed of buying one day, transferred slowly, carefully over months until accounts linked to Emily and Mark. But the worst part wasn't the money. It was the messages. Emily laughing with Mark about how easy I was, how I'd never noticed because I worshipped her, how they were going to use my credit to buy the beach condo they always wanted, then ghost me when the bills came due. There was selfies of them on vacations I'd paid for without even knowing, photos of them mocking me in group chats with their friends. I cried until there were no tears left. My chest felt like someone had reached in and crushed my heart with their bare hands. This wasn't just theft. This was betrayal carved into my bones. My own sister, the person who used to braid my hair when I had nightmares, had been destroying me piece by piece while smiling at Sunday dinners. I wanted to scream. I wanted to drive to her perfect house and throw that drive through her window. But I didn't. Because pain has a way of turning into something colder, sharper. I stopped crying. I started planning. For weeks, I pretended nothing was wrong. I smiled when she called. I let her hug me. I even offered to help plan their anniversary trip. Inside, I was gathering every screenshot, every bank statement, every photo. I opened new accounts she couldn't touch. I moved what little money I had left. I played the trusting little sister one last time. And then I made the call. The family dinner was supposed to be a celebration. Emily and Mark's 10th anniversary. I told them I had a huge surprise and insisted on hosting at my place. They arrived dressed up, laughing, carrying expensive wine I apparently paid for months ago. I waited until dessert. Then I dimmed the lights, turned on the TV, and pressed play. Every message, every transfer, every photo of them laughing at me, it all played on the screen in beautiful, horrifying clarity. Emily's wine glass slipped from her hand and shattered on my floor. Mark tried to stand up, face red, yelling that it was fake, that I'd framed them. But I'd already sent the file to the police, the banks, and, because I'm petty, to every single person in their perfect little social circle. The officers were waiting outside. Emily looked at me with tears streaming down her face. "Sarah, how could you do this to your own sister?" I looked her dead in the eyes. "You stopped being my sister the day you decided I was nothing more than a bank account with a heartbeat." They arrested her in handcuffs while the neighbors watched from their windows. Mark tried to run. He didn't make it far. Last I heard, they lost the house, the cars, everything. Emily's perfect friends deleted her from every group chat. She calls me from jail sometimes, crying, begging me to forgive her. I never pick up. Some people say blood is thicker than water. But betrayal cuts deeper than any knife. I'm rebuilding now, slowly, one paycheck at a time. My credit is healing. My heart is taking longer. But every morning I wake up knowing I took back my power. I turned their weapon into their cage. And if you're watching this and someone you love is using you, listen to me. Protect yourself. Gather the proof quietly. And when the moment is right, let the truth do the screaming for you. Because the sweetest revenge isn't destruction. It's survival. It's walking away whole when they try to leave you in pieces. I'm Sarah, and I'm finally free.